The development of this program, as I said, started 5 years ago with some research that was done, industry research that was done, where it was clearly identified there was something needed, and Ray Pickett and Pam Atkinson had the foresight, the vision to take up and come up with this concept of the Better Work Tasmania. Since Ray's retirement, Pam has been leading the charge as the WorkSafe project manager for Better Work Tasmania. Pam Atkinson, thank you.
Hello everybody. As you can imagine, I'm very glad that you're all here today. As the program manager, I'm well aware that phase one of the project has now completed, and the launch today now signifies the start of phase two. So phase two is implementation. Where this differs from all the other programs that WorkSafe Tasmania has rolled out is the fact that we don't see ourselves as the owners of this program. The program belongs to all its members. So all of you here today and all those that have joined, who's joined Better Work Tasmania? Show of hands. So all those that haven't, please join up, because this is what Better Work Tasmania is all about, and its future will rely on your participation. As one person once said, that the proof is in the pudding is in its eating, so it will be reliant on everybody being part of that success. So without further ado, I'm conscious of the time, so I want to move on to describing to you the mentoring and networks programs and how they will work. I have some representatives from business here to talk to you about how they see the mentoring program working for them. So firstly, Richard Glover from Line. Richard, would you like to just give people a thought on how you think it will work for your company? How we anticipate the mentoring program working is that we will match companies that see a reason for for them getting together, and then there will be a case of them meeting 3 times over a 9-month period. So an initial meeting, probably a visit to each other's organisation, and then a final visit or meeting to look at what solutions or ideas they've put into place. So I'll let Richard talk to you about how he sees Line Group and how that can work for them.
Great, thanks, Pam. Just in a way of background, Line has a presence in right around Tasmania through the King Island dairy brand of specialty cheese, the heritage site in Burnie, the white milk production in Pure Milk in Hobart, and of course J. Bogues and Sons in Launceston. Collectively, Line employ around about 500 to 600 Tasmanians, and our brands include, like I mentioned before, the King Island Brie, the Heritage Breeze, South Cape, Mersey Valley range of products, and of course the South Cape Feta range. In the last 2 or 3 years, Line has invested nearly $350 million in expansion and upgrade projects in Tasmania. And that's at the Heritage in Burnie, which we spent nearly $250 million, and the Bogue site in Launceston. The expansion project in the Heritage in Burnie transformed the site to a modern-day factory, with investment in eliminating, or at least reducing, significant manual handling issues and unacceptable health and safety risks. So I've been involved in the Better Work Tasmania program for just probably the last 4 years, both with my previous employer and now today with Line. The decision for Line to join this mentoring program has been a conscious one. As you all know, that we're faced with continuous injuries and disease for Tasmania, or by Tasmanians in our workplaces. The impact of cost to community is significant, and then we've got those hidden costs in workers' compensation. The introduction of fly-in, fly-out work practices has also contributed significantly to the economic cost to Tasmania. At Lion, we see the benefits of the mentoring program for simply networking with our peers to talk about health and safety issues facing, in our case, the manufacturing industry. As a large organisation, we strive to manage safety based on best practice. For Lion, best practice simply means the better way of doing things. Compliance is a minimal standard, but if someone somewhere has found a better way to manage health and safety, then we need to, as best we can, follow that practice. And I believe that that's what Better Work Tasmania program is about. It's about partnering our same industries faced with similar health and safety challenges and sharing of those challenges. It doesn't matter whether you're small or large or medium, as Richard pointed out earlier. The learnings through this mentoring program will be mutual benefit for all. In addition, preparing for the future of young safety professionals who will be encouraged to take up this important role to lay the foundation for the benefit of future workers. Collectively, everyone is responsible for health and safety, but as safety professionals, we need to lead the charge for making safety safe and healthier workplaces, encourage safe and healthy living in Tasmania, working together, helping each other to return home safely, network together as Tasmanian workplace safer. So I encourage every safety professional to inspire to join Better Work Tasmania, particularly the mentoring program, and help us create a safer, healthier Tasmanian workforce. I'd like to finish up with just an important quote from Sir Brian Appleton, who was the safety assessor at the Piper Alpha oil platform disaster in 1988. Safety is not an intellectual exercise to keep us in work. It is a matter of life and death. It's the sum of our contributions to safety management that determines whether the people we work with live or die. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. Ralph Cobbin from Caterpillar.
Thank you, Pam, and thank you everyone for coming along today. Caterpillar Underground Mining, we build underground mining trucks up on the northwest coast. We've been developing our safety management system for about the last 40 years, and we feel that we're almost getting to being what would be considered best practice. It's something that we feel very strongly about sharing our experiences and our knowledge and part of our journey with anyone who is willing to listen. It's one of our key drivers is to actually give back to the community as well. So when Pam asked us to be part of it, we were more than happy to join in. We've done a lot of great work around mental health and mental health first aiders in our workplace. We've worked a lot on our culture, and it's probably one of the key things that we can help to share with organisations as well. It doesn't necessarily need to be in the mining or the manufacturing. I think there's some benefit for teaming up, because we'll also learn from other workplaces as well. So we'd just encourage everyone to get on board with Better Work and get signed up and start utilising the tools, and we'll be happy to join in and do some mentoring with you.
Many thanks, Ralph. And finally, Lisa Burnell from Ronald Young.
Thanks, Pam, and everyone at WorkSafe who've made this possible. From a small business point of view, I think this initiative is wonderful because it will give everyone the opportunity to not duplicate things that have already been created. It will also create business leaders and managers in workplaces to be more positive about health and safety and share resources across the state. Congratulations, thank you.
The networking program now, again, keep it very, very simple. That's what Better Work's all about. Essentially, we're hoping to facilitate 2 network meetings per year, so that will be around this time in April and also over WorkSafe Month in October. In between, we hope that the networks will also have other meetings, but we can build that with time. So again, without any further ado, we have a number of people who have been involved in the networking to date with the prototype group, if I could ask them all just to come up, because I'm conscious of time running very quickly here. So Ted Bell from TasGas, and Danny Barr from Skill Group, and Brett Cornelius from Hobart City Council, and Heidi Hoffler. So what we're going to do, because again, conscious of time, on each table there is a contact sheet there that you can give your details on. So during the next 10 or 15 minutes, while we give a bit of time for networking, can you just start giving your contact details, because I will be making a register of each sector, network sector group, and giving that out on a 6-monthly basis to members. So by giving your contact details on that sheet, you're just telling us that it's okay that we share that information. So every 6 months, the register will come out indicating who is in your network and also across all networks. So that's what the idea behind that is. So I'll let each now speak about their experience with the networking. Thank you, Ted.
Thank you, Pamela. TasGas decided to get involved in the program on invitation from the Hobart City Council, actually, so involved in the process of all of the contractors and the like that they were utilising. And as a relatively new company, TasGas at that stage of the game was just implementing a safety management system. And while I've been involved in other companies in developing those systems over the years, I thought it was an ideal opportunity to network and to be involved in the development of the program. What we've picked up out of it in the last couple of years, very much so, is leaning on each other as people within the Better Work program, and picking up some resources off one another. And it certainly has helped in the development of our program as we're maturing our system. Our system's 2 years old. The company's 10 years old, and so all systems that we put in place are obviously brand new. We've got a lot of compliances from the Safe Workplace Health and Safety legislation to the Gas Act and all the rest of it. So there's a lot of underpinning legislation with all of our various industries: the water industry, the electrical guys, the construction industry in the main. So we've all got a lot to share, and that has been a great part of the process to date. So we acknowledge the other participants for that. Thank you.
I suppose I got involved after some work done by Richard Glover early in the piece. And being a labour hire company, we got a number of clients who was a small business, and we've been recommending this to them to share information. And we've also learned a lot from these other people, some of the bigger companies here. I spent a lot of time with Pam and Ted and that, and learned a lot of things. And I suppose it's the sharing of information across the group and sharing wherever we can. So, I'd just like to thank to be involved in that, and it's been great. Thank you.
It's going to have to come down for me too. I've been involved with Better Work through a number of different organisations that I've worked with. I move around a little bit. So today I'm here to tell you, I guess, what my intent of my involvement hasn't changed. It's still based around the contractors. So I've worked for bigger organisations, and it's about imparting knowledge to the smaller businesses that don't have health and safety systems, they don't have HR managers, and they don't have safety people in their team. So what we're trying to do is impart that knowledge in a way and keeping it simple. So we all know that KISS principle. It doesn't need to be overcomplicated, and you don't need to frown when you hear the word safety. That's my intent here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Brett Cornelius from Hobart City Council. I'm actually the Health and Wellness Coordinator at the Council, and so I'm going to give a little bit different perspective to safety. But 5 years ago, our organisation jumped on the bus with Pam in our car park to go on a journey to look at improving the safety aspects and the health and wellness of the Tasmanian working population. That journey's been very successful from our point of view, particularly from the mentoring and the associations we're having with different organisations that we deal with on a daily basis. We have a very robust, very experienced and a very professional workplace health and safety unit, and their experience and their opportunities to share that experience with other organisations has been a very good learning curve for them, the organisation as well as us. We do take safety seriously at our organisation. One of the most important things, I think, on that 5-year journey on that bus, the first day on the bus, the general manager got on the bus with us, and he's been on that journey all the way from that point of time, so we really appreciate that. From a health and wellness point of view, I must just give credit to Cameron and Sam that are here from as the advisors from WorkSafe Tasmania, the Health and Wellness advisors. That service has helped us dramatically look at injury thresholds in a different way and helping our employees to get through their day's activities in a safe way and go home safe. So we've actually got some learning groups set up through that process, and I'm sure through this WorkSafe Tasmania new mentoring system, if that will work really well along those same lines. So thank you, Pamela, very much. Thank you for all the work you and your team have done putting this together, because it's been a really credit to you, and it's a credit to Tasmania that we're taking this stand. So thank you.